Both tech and trade school are recognizable opportunities that were presented to many of us during our sophomore and senior years of high school. What if we were exposed to technical and skill-based learning sooner? Would we have more clarity on our passions in life? And is it possible that early exposure for young adults would better prepare us for college and for higher education students? My name is Charisse Evans, and today we are going to discuss the need for skill-based learning and curriculums. So before we get started, we are going to go into what it is. So what is skill-focused or skill-based curriculum, and how do those benefit? So a skill-focused curriculum, it focuses on the practical skills, and those are the skills that are going to be relevant in the job market and also relevant as far as like long-term for that particular student. And this is an approach that emphasizes practical application. So that is the goal in skill-focused and skill-based curriculums. For standardized curriculums, that is going to be a one-size-fits-all, which we know does not work for everyone. And for standardized curriculums, that is something that is content and assessments as well as tests. I'm sure we've all taken like the ACT or the SAT test, but standardized curriculums encapsulate all of those things that we've all went through from first grade until 12th grade. Okay, so what are some examples? Me personally, when I was in high school, I spent a couple years in cosmetology. And with that, I was able to graduate cosmetology school before high school and receive an official state cosmetology license. So here are some examples of what's currently in schools now. And this information was taken from cmcss.net. And they have tons of examples on what they currently implement in schools and what they offer as far as vocational studies, to include wood shop, metal shop, STEM programs, engineering, and coding. So how does it work? What would it look like? The first thing would be to focus on the basics. We all need basic math, science, and social studies. And after we focus on those basic things, digging into the particular interests of that student and branching off of that would definitely help them in the long term and for their future. And after talking about their strengths, their interests, and the opportunities, there will be a testing phase out of that and seeing, is this person that is interested in this skill-based learning in that particular opportunity, what would be needed to help them advance in that? So what are some disadvantages of standardized curriculums? So the inflexibility, as well as the outdated curriculums that we currently have, do not cater to every student. This one-size-fits-all type of curriculum that we have now is not the best curriculum for our students and for the higher education learners as well. So the next thing we're going to talk about are the advantages. What are the particular advantages of skill-focused and skill-based curriculums? It promotes independence. It increases the learning speed, and it also helps with personal and professional adaptability when it comes to practical applications in the workforce. This will help students develop their own approach to problems. It helps with tons of skills as far as analyzation and processing as well. So who benefits from this? Everyone benefits from this, from young to old. Anybody can go back to school, but this really applies to those students that are younger in age, being able to target them early so that they are exposed to these opportunities. And after being exposed to these opportunities, maybe they'll find out that there's something else that they're interested in. Or if they have interests at a younger age, you could take those interests and apply that skill-based and skill-focused curriculum to help them succeed and help them become a subject matter expert earlier in age. So then when they are going into college, they're more prepared for the workforce. So last but not least, I just want to go over everything that was cited in today's presentation, and that included cmcss.net, www.21kschool.com, as well as linkedin.com. And Kofi Annan said, education is a human right with immense power to transform. On its foundation rest the cornerstones of freedom, democracy, and sustainable human development. And with that being said, some people spend their entire lives to find their why and to find their purpose. And the most precious thing we have is time. So let's use our time intentionally and advocate for skill-based curriculum, vocational and career learning ventures, and ensure they are introduced earlier in grade schools and also available for higher education. And that is the end of my presentation.